we have so much goodness and so much fabulous energy to share with you guys today, and we can't wait.
I'm so excited.
We are going to be, we're going to be telling you guys what the Akashic Records are. We're going to give you a little bit of a sample reading, and then we can answer some questions if we have some room left in this hour. So say hello, please, if you're jumping on. Let us know that you can see us. Definitely share this out to anybody who you feel could use some extra TLC, some love, and just some information about getting connected to the soul version of ourselves, right? Returning to that core version of us. So, Steph, I'm going to share this out while you introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, Laura, I'm so happy. And I'm so excited right now to be here with you. I want to say hi to everyone. As you can see, my name is Stephanie Victoria, more specifically Stephanie Sifkis, and I am the founder and director of Kaliana Therapeutics. We're in a launch phase right now, and so as things become available, new pages coming up and websites and all that stuff, you guys will be able to find that. But for now, shoot me a friend request or hop into my group, Kaliana Therapeutics. My focus is cellular therapy and everything cellular therapy. So the Akashic Records, of course, fall into that category, as well as detox and cellular regeneration. I'm a foodie at heart, so a lot of what I do, even within the space of the Akashic Records, is related to food. So that's a ton of fun too. Feel free to pick our brains later and dive a little deeper, but that's a quick snapshot on what I do and a little bit about my background in the records.
Awesome. Thanks for being here together so we can play. Hi, guys. Hi, Alexis. Hi, Dawn. Thanks so much for saying hello so we know you're here with us.
I'm sharing out what you got.
Yeah, you share out while I talk. My name is Laura Mazzotta. I'm the Akashic Therapist, and I have been a therapist for, hey, Emily, yay, she's here to play with us. Okay, you're going to a coaching call. Thank you for sharing this out. We love you.
Yes, love you.
Emily trained both of us and certified both of us in the Akashic Records. She's the powerhouse behind both of our powerhouseness, if that's a word. I made it up just for her. And so I'm the Akashic Therapist. I've been a therapist for over 16 years, and I ended up starting my healing journey with energetic and spiritual healing about 4 years ago, when I became very seriously ill, and started that journey of healing to assist with my medical complications, and have found an entirely new world and learned how powerful it is to combine therapeutic modalities with energetic healing, because I love therapy. It's great for people, absolutely, but energy healing goes so much deeper. And I can't even tell you the shifts and changes that have occurred within me and my clients. I mean, it's beautiful. They're all leaving because they're all better. It's just amazing. And using the space of the Akashic Records is something that I want to scream from the rooftops and literally teach everybody on this planet and beyond, if possible, so that we can really have the knowledge that there is infinite knowledge, right? We have it all within us. We have access to it at all times. And we never, ever have to feel a level of self-doubt or dis-ease or comfort ever again. We can choose this modality every single day, every single moment. So I would like to scream it from the rooftops, but instead I'm using Facebook. So here we are. And we wanted to teach you a little bit about what the Akashic Records are. So if you're still Sherry McSherrison, I actually shared it to your group already. You probably did that too. So it's probably going to be there twice. Well, because when it says share to group, you could just click a bunch. So I clicked it. Hey, Dominic. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Julia. Hey, Denise. Lots of friends here. And for some reason, when I said, hey, Sherry, hey, Siri, see, every time I say that, Siri jumps up. Oh, that's because Sherry has so much power in her records. She's like amazing. She's a powerhouse. So, all right, what are the Akashic Records? I'll talk about that. The Akashic Records are, hey, Tony, thanks for being here. They are a spiritual library in the sky, okay? And they are, this library, if you can picture it, I'm a very visual person, so I like to describe it this way. You can picture it being kind of protected and kept safe by any angels, guides, loved ones, ascended masters. And they're keeping all of these books of us safe in this library, okay? And when we open your record, you get to take your book off the shelf, and it has all the information about you and about your soul from its first incarnation all the way through future lives, Okay. You can ask any question you want. I like to call it Google for the soul, right? You can kind of type in any question you want into the Akashic Records, and you're going to get an answer about this relationship or your work situation or your path or your purpose, right? So it's a beautiful opportunity that we get to access this, and that we know how to access this as humans, because we are literally connected to infinite intelligence. We can download protocols, we can download next steps in our lives, we can download healing, and just being in the space provides healing for us. What else do you want to add, Steph?
I really love the aspect of the records where it's not a yes or no space.
Yep.
Because we have, of course, free will, right? And so we have these infinite possibilities. That to me is so beautiful, being able to step into that space and know that you're in the space, in the realm of your own highest good, your own highest path at that point, and that you are literally co-creating with the universe, with God.
Right. And this is why I'm so adamant about teaching therapists, coaches, and healers this, because what it's brought me in my work with clients is, first of all, safety, because you never have to worry about what information is coming through the records, because everything that's coming through at the time is going to be what's ready to be integrated for your soul. It's safe for you. Okay. They're not going to tell you to, go jump off a balcony because it's in your highest good. Like they're really going to be they're very compassionate about the way that they deliver this information, first of all. Even if they're kind of setting you straight a little bit, they're very loving and compassionate about it. And they're never going to give you anything that you can't handle. So you don't have to worry that this wisdom and feedback that you're offering to clients is going to harm them in some way.
Or short circuit them, right? Because,
correct.
I mean, energetically speaking, that's something that a person who is, it doesn't matter what modality they're using, right? You worry about the cleansing aspect and the release and so it's like, that's a question that has come up with me pretty frequently in sessions. What am I overdoing it? Can I overdo this?
Right. Exactly. And that's, and that's the other piece. As a clinician, I say, I'm so used to calling myself a clinician, but as a practitioner, is to, that I'm also much more decisive. It's very clear, and the path is, I can't see somebody's soul path just sitting around hanging out having a conversation,
right.
But divine intelligence certainly does. And I was even telling people earlier in my Evolving Woman group, which is my priority Akashic group. So we were talking about this, and I was saying, like, there's clients that I've had for decades that I'll say, yeah, that sounds great. This is the right move for you. And then we open their records, and the records are like, yeah, no, it's not. And it's very humbling, but it's also like, yeah, like I'm just a human, right? I'm just a human. So the fact that we can access this in work with others is just brilliant. It has taken away all anxiety for me, put me in a space of such confidence that what I am offering and sharing with clients is 100% moving them forward to where they need to be.
Well, and not only that, but that as clinicians, the protocols, the programs, the things that we're drawing forward through the space of the records, we know that it's exactly what's needed for whoever is going to end up in our field.
Yeah.
That's such a beautiful thing too.
It's so beautiful. And it's also, it's a process of surrender. And this is why this whole process has been so good for me, because I was always like such a type A control freak. Still got a little bit left, trying to let that go. But
deep breath.
Exactly. It's such a good process because it really allows us to surrender to, you know what? I'm not going to sit in this session with you and say, okay, this is going to be our outcome. And once we get to this outcome, then you're officially, okay, I can check off that box. We're coming from this like linear world where we're used to having a checklist of things, and we need to get to certain accomplishments to feel successful and like we're moving forward and making progress. And I love the fact that, we're surrendering that, all of the details and the pieces to the universe, and being able to say, like, I'm just receiving, like, I am just here. I'm a conduit for whatever service I need to provide in order to serve the highest good for all, not just for myself. It's very humbling. It's very heart-centered. And Siri is back. Okay, there we go. She is my best friend today. Hey, everybody, thanks so much for signing on.
It struck a little thought in my head too. And it's that idea that once you step into this realm of work, once you are feeling like you're, "Oh, okay, I get it now. I'm connected. I have this path. I have energy." You're seeing everything in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. You're soaking up all of these different ways to learn about yourself and learn about what's best for you and what your soul really wants versus what your ego is telling you. All these things, right? You're diving into the work. You begin to see really, really quickly that it's not your commitment to the work that ever changes. That stays constant.
Mm-hmm.
It's the nature of the work that changes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming into the records with completely different questions today
Yeah.
than I ever would have 2 years ago.
Well, and I was going to ask you that. What was your experience like when you first started this? Like, because for me, I everybody kept telling me the Akashic Records have changed my life, and I was like, okay, what's this new modality? So
Right.
I jump into it, and the first time, like the first 2 to 3 months that I went in, I was like, all right, I see purple. Like, I don't really know what else is going on. This isn't really changing my life. I don't really know, you know, like it took me some time and I had to practice and I had to like get accustomed to that space. And I was like journaling a lot, like a lot came through for me through writing, you know, through just like allowing that free flow.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you at the beginning? Was it just like automatically you entered the records and you were like, oh,
Kind of, yeah.
oh, little bird. Oh,
Really, it was more for me, it was like the other end of the spectrum. It was like I had, once I finally stepped into the space, understood, okay, this is wild. The things that I would see in my mind's eye or have pop into my head, whatever, you know, words or phrases, whatever it was. There would be so much.
yeah.
There was so much that I didn't trust any of it. I was like, oh, I'm making up some wild stuff right now.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that was sort of what unfolded for me so quickly, was that understanding, that realization, as you start to speak these things out, as you start to actually share what it is that is coming into your field through use of your own intuition, and you are bringing these words out into the ears of the people who need to hear them, and they're literally breaking down and going, you know, oh my gosh, it means so much. And it's such a synchronicity. And to actually have that interaction start to just snowball. That's
Well, and that's the thing, right? Is that the universe started answering my questions before I even posed them, you know, and started meeting my needs before I even realized I needed it, you know, as you spend time in this space. And it's a muscle, you know, it's something that you need to practice, that you need to definitely commit to accessing and connecting to. I like to say to people that I'm teaching the records to, please view this as a relationship, because it is. It's a relationship between you and your guides. And just like any other relationship that you're running into, you're having a conversation and you need to learn about how does this person, this being communicate, you know, and how do they understand me and how do I understand them, and give it some time and patience and space to be able to really get an understanding of, you know, I guess what this relationship is like, and its purpose in your life, and how it can so beautifully unfold for you. You know, you got to give it space to do that.
yeah. I love how you said that.
Yay! So, what'd you say?
I give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
All right. So, anybody have any questions about the Akashic Records? What I want you guys to do is, in the comments, I want you to give us a yes if you have opened your Akashic Records before yourself.
Yeah.
Right? There's a difference between having somebody else open your records and you opening your own records. So just let us know, you know, because sometimes I like to just like sit back and play recordings from my mentors and be like, yeah, that's right. You guide me through, I'm chilling out. And sometimes I do it on my own. So I would love to know your experience, you know, and if you do see a difference between opening your own records and having somebody open them for you. Do you see a difference in that stuff?
Oh, I do, totally.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Okay, so guess what we're going to do for you guys today? We're going to show you guys a little bit about what this whole Akashic record reading thing looks like, because you guys are probably like, all right, so, you know, if I enter a Zoom room with somebody, a virtual room, and have an Akashic record reading, what does that look like? So for me, what I do is I have a worksheet that I send out to, well, it's actually an online form now because I'm fancy. And once somebody books a session, they fill out this form, okay? And it allows them to say what it is that you're looking for from this session, how do you want to feel, and then ask 4 questions. You have up to 4 questions because it's a 75-minute session, okay? And at that point, I make sure that I clarify anything that is unclear to me. So, because you want to be as specific as you can when you're in the records. You know, if you go vague with your question, you're going to get a little bit more vague with your answer. Sometimes that's actually how I like to work now more. I like to go more vague because I want to see what they're going to bring in that's really suited for me at the time, rather than my human stubborn agenda going in and saying, I want to know this, you know? So I think it's better to just kind of like put something more vague out there, but especially when you're kind of feeling out the space and getting a little validation that it exists and that it knows who you are, getting more specific is better. So get your questions ready for later with specificity. But we are going to do a little reading on each other so that you know what it looks like. So you guys fill out your form. We get into a Zoom room at the time of our meeting, and then we teach you how to open the records. We open our records together. So that involves like a little meditation to run your energy, and then a sacred ritual to open up the records. Once we do that, we sit in there, we chill out, we breathe, and then you can ask your questions, okay? So Steph, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I don't mind.
Okay. All right. So do you want to ask me, wait, what does go first
I know,
mean?
I was just trying to figure out.
Does it mean that you ask me a question?
I'll go first, my pick, right?
Your pick, whatever you want.
Okay, so I'll ask first.
Okay.
Let's see. I really want to bring forward clarity around my best strategies, my best systems, my best inner workings regarding organization.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. It's so big.
I know you're not kidding. I have a serious problem with it too. That's why I'm laughing. Okay.
Because it bleeds into so many things. I mean, so, and you know what? Let's open that up to what is it in my field? Like, I'm in my own way, and I know that. So,
oh yeah, no, that's what they're saying. They're saying this is entirely about you hiding from your own personal power, that you are avoiding the level of power you hold within you. I mean, we just opened your records and I saw, like, you know, Mother Gaia ahead of, you know, like you have no concept consciously of how giant your power is, and you're scared. You're not necessarily consciously scared, but you are very hesitant to step into that because you have no idea how to navigate it. It feels so much bigger than the human version of you. So let me see if they have like a specific thing here that they can guide you on. So they keep saying to start with your physical body. Like, is there any area within like your taking care of your physical body, your daily routine, your hygiene, etc., that you can make more structured and kind of tightened up, including clearing your energy field? Because they're saying it's almost like you need to tighten that up so that your entire field, like encompassed as a human, which includes your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body, that all of that needs to be I guess, contained and organized, and that you need to start there, and then you can kind of step outside of that field little by little. So is there any area within that you can think of that could really? Yeah, because they're saying really very, very closely related. They're literally showing me like you like brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, getting dressed, like, you know, like specific day-to-day personal hygiene and tightening up that actual container. But they want you to start with the physical body. They're even showing me this, like you being in the shower and having like specific areas of your body that are cleansed and aligned with your emotional energy, so you can kind of go.
Clearing, so that's perfect. That's why you're seeing that.
Okay, beautiful. So that's exactly why they're showing me that. Yeah, because Well, first of all, they're saying that you're not clearing your energy field enough. How often are you doing that?
Do you really want to know? Like probably every other day.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's probably more often than I'm doing it. So, yeah, because what they're showing me,
though, I can feel what as you're talking about it, I can feel my own field like going, hello, this is what we've been trying to tell you. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what they're saying. They're saying that they're showing me 3 times a day. They're showing me morning, they're showing me middle of the day, and then before you go to bed at night. And that in addition to when you clear your energy before you go to bed at night, after you clear your energy, you're setting your intention. So you're setting your intention either for the next morning or for your sleep time so that you can receive what it is you need intuitively during that restful period, but almost program it, like setting an intentional program for while you're sleeping to activate and organize. Yes, that's what they're saying. That it's being able to, because once you clear your energy at the end of the day like that, you're then in a position to be able to, what you've done is cleared space for a time when your body is in like rest, restore, repair mode. Okay. And so you can open yourself up. You can literally request a protocol to be downloaded and integrated while you are sleeping. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Does this make sense, or do you have any questions on this?
No, it makes total sense.
Okay. So guys, when we're doing these readings, sometimes what can happen is like I'll see a duck. And then I'll be like, I wonder why I'm seeing a duck. And then I just follow it. Like you just follow it. Like Steph was saying earlier, like Steph would come in and she'd be like, what am I seeing? You know, some zany stuff comes into your mind. And you just need to trust that when you're in the space of the records, whatever's coming into your awareness is what's being brought through. And you just follow it, you know, and you continue to just really trust these messages and allow the message to unfold for you. Because if you throw your mind into it in your analysis, you're going to interrupt the process, you know? So readings can be, you know, somebody can give me one question and it takes 45 minutes. And sometimes one question will be quick and easy, you know? And sometimes that's because they'll take me to a past life, you know, or they'll take me into a previous time in this life that we need to explore, send Reiki to, or do a tapping around, or, you know, do some kind of healing around that's more specific. So I really allow the records to dictate what happens in this space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other thoughts, Steph?
I'm feeling around. No.
Okay. All right, so is it my turn now? Do I get to ask a question?
Yes, ask away.
Okay. I'm taking advantage of this cellular activation stuff you got going on. All right.
Do it.
All right, so my question is, what is the number one thing that I need to implement or integrate to develop more consistency with my physical health?
This is going to sound crazy.
What are you going to tell me, to eat a pomegranate or something?
Sea vegetables.
What'd you say?
Sea vegetables.
Sea vegetables?
Sea vegetables.
What does that mean?
I immediately was taken to the sea. Immediately. Okay. And the algae and the moss, burdock root, stuff like that. High mineral content.
Okay.
That was immediately, like it was waves, and I was underwater immediately with all of the moss and algae.
So do I have to eat moss and algae? Mm-hmm. Oh God, how do I do that? What does that even look like?
Actually, you know what? I'll tag you in a video. I have a video where I break down sea moss into a gel and you just put it in a smoothie.
Okay, love you. Thank you for that. That would be very, yes. Because I really don't want to like munch on moss right now. Not really. Yeah.
It's very, sea moss has like 98 of the 102 minerals necessary.
Man.
And It smells like the sea. It does. It smells ick. Like you open the bag and it's like, ugh, you know,
Yeah.
Rinse it,
Yeah.
down, turn it into a gel, stick it in a smoothie. It is flavorless.
Oh,
It's
okay.
flavorless, but it doesn't really taste. Okay, a little.
No, that won't bother me though. I even, you know, what's really funny is that I ordered this thing that I haven't used yet. I got to send you a picture of it. It's like this tincture or something, and it's like sea vegetable mineral extract or something like that. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, shoot me a picture of that.
Because I wonder if that's got a lot in it of what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Really, really consistent use. And they're even like, they're showing me the mucus barrier now too. So
that's interesting.
It is so cleansing and so healing, and it removes phlegm. It removes, it's great for the lungs. It's great for the lymph. It's great for so many things. The thyroid, lots of stuff.
I can't wait to tell my husband that I need to eat moss.
You do.
All right. So, anything else coming through?
They're wanting you to hype up your morning routine.
Okay.
I just saw like sunshine in the morning and you sitting peacefully. Do you do any sun gazing?
So I've tried. There's literally, with where the sun is relative to like where at that time when you can sun gaze, I can't see it from my home. And every time that I've driven, like I have to drive to like the highway on a hill, and I can't exactly stop in the middle of the highway. Yeah. So I haven't really practiced it much. I've done it a little bit, but not consistently.
Can you catch sunset?
No, that's the problem.
Oh, it's both of them.
I haven't tried the morning though. I do wonder if I could see the sun in the morning.
I saw a sunrise.
Okay.
I saw first.
Okay.
And then I just saw you sun gazing in general. So that would definitely, that's so healing to the body. Oh.
Yeah.
Dive into that.
Thanks, love. I will.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Okay. All right, gorgeous friends. So, so this is how it goes. So basically, you know, and you don't have to keep your eyes closed through a whole session. You know, you can open your eyes, you can talk back and forth. You know, sometimes I'll be called to do a tapping. Sometimes I'll be called to do inner child healing or doing some narrative writing, or, you know, again, we kind of allow and sometimes I will go into the records with a question or with an idea, and it will take me a completely different direction. And I really encourage you to allow that direction to unfold, because if we try to put too much of our I need into it, then we go in there with that desperate energy, and we really want to be in there with a receptive energy. Okay. Ooh, I like that, Alexa. The sun in Hinduism is acknowledging the light Surrey into your life. That's very fancy schmancy. Okay. All right. So do we want to answer questions, or are there other things? Do you guys have any other questions about the records themselves and stuff? Do you have anything else to say about the records that we haven't shared already?
Oh, let me think. Man. I think it's peculiar. Well, it's not peculiar. I don't know what is the right word to use. The idea that the records observe age restrictions. I think that's interesting. I think that's interesting.
It's very interesting to me. I actually have another question for you, but
yeah, knock yourself out.
So, yes, Pamela Vargas, I hear you, my friend. She's like, you need more sun to help absorb and release vitamin D throughout your system. You would feel so much better. And I've been called to more sunshine, and I've been going outside and sitting in the sunshine more, but I'm going to try morning sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it. Try it.
What were we just talking about? See how I get tracked?
Age restrictions on the record.
Thank you. So interesting, because my children are just dying to get into their records.
Oh yeah. I have a 17.
Oh, so close, so close.
She is so interested.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the age restriction thing? Because for me,
okay, so here's what I think. I think you can't read for someone younger, but I think someone younger can read for you if they can learn without someone opening their records.
But can they read for themselves?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think they can learn to read for themselves. I think you can teach them the process and they familiarize themselves with the space. I think this is how we're supposed to be raising our children.
Thank you. I agree. Thank you. Because I'm sitting here thinking, I have this like powerhouse tool of magic that I can offer my children. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait another 12 years or 6 years or whatever.
For them to have to be able to do the things necessary to learn to read for someone else, that is reserved until you're
18
to be certified.
100%.
Yeah. But I still think that they can read for us. And
yes.
Read for themselves.
I think that's the most important piece, is to read for themselves. Like I wouldn't necessarily read for them, you know, but they read for themselves because once again, you are getting the wisdom that's in alignment with where you are in your life, what you can and need to integrate. So, you know, it might be that my 9-year-old is going to download that he needs to buy the new Lego set. Who knows? But he would probably love that. Oh, he would use this to manipulate. That's what he would do. He'd be like, the records told me I need to get, like, you need to buy me an iPhone or something. Yeah, no, sorry. I need to validate that. I'm going to be right back. So, but I do think that I do think they can do it for themselves and then they'll get what they need.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, see, I love that. And this is my other question that has become controversial.
Oh, smack me with it. I love these.
Smack you with it. All right. So I made a post, I don't even know when it was, hell a long time ago. And it was about the fact that our higher selves can connect with other people's higher selves in the Akashic Records. And there's so much power in that. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of controversy around it. Really? Because this idea of connecting to somebody else's higher self without their permission. And I said, but of course I'm tuning in energetically to their permission. Like I know that I'm not a practitioner who's going to invade somebody's privacy. God knows I've been in the therapy world for almost 20 years. And like, I'm not going to do anything that's outside of somebody's permission. So I can feel if somebody is blocking me 100%. Like, and there's been a couple times that that's happened and they're like, yeah, no, not giving you anything. Okay, fine. I respect that. See ya. Peace. We'll try. Oh, I just flipped you off instead of going like this. So anyway, I don't know, that everything happens for a reason, Steph.
It's interesting up in here.
Oh, maybe that was from the records. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, there's this controversy about whenever somebody accesses your higher self, like if somebody accessed my higher self and I didn't consciously know about that as a human, that I would then get all wonky, right? My energy would be all screwed up. I would need a lot of energy clearing. I would need a lot of, you know, balancing because somebody kind of came into my field without my permission. But you think about that, I'm like, well, if I'm in the grocery store and somebody walks in my energy field, I can't control that either. Oh. So for me, I guess, I don't know. And I think about like Reiki and sending Reiki to somebody.
My mind went, it's like, if you're going to send healing to somebody, if you're sending healing and they don't know about it, and that means they don't want it, they don't receive it, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know, for me, and it's just, I know some people have said that like they really have to clear their energy fields a lot or their clients' energy fields a lot when that happens because it's almost like they've had an intruder into their energy field. And for me, like I just did that masterclass with Kara Melendi last week on grounding and protecting your energy and really feeling like, I don't like that word protection, you know, because that implies that there's something like there's this evil entity out there trying to get us, you know, and it's really not about that. It's just about maintaining
your energy than it is.
Yes,
energy.
Exactly.
If your energy is balanced, then you're not being bombarded. You're in the flow. You're all right.
That's how I feel. Okay. So I thank you for validating that. Cause that's kind of how I was feeling about that. And I, you know, of course don't want to invade somebody's
energy. And I do it for you. That's how I feel.
That you what?
That's how I think that's exactly how I mean, that resonates with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Big time.
Alexa's asking, how do you prevent someone to access your higher self? I mean, I think that in that situation, again, it's about, like Steph said, balancing your energy and being very in tune with what your personal boundaries are, energetically, emotionally, physically, etc. So if you're very solid on what those are, if somebody's trying to energetically tap into yours, your energy field is very clearly going to say, nope, these boundaries are firm. These are very clear. And this is not something that I am willing to have access to me. And the more in alignment you are, the more that access is going to be in alignment with you. Does that make sense? Like if somebody tries to access you and you're in full alignment, and that whoever's accessing you is in alignment with you, you're going to be like, fine. If they're really not and they're going to make you wonky, then your energy field is going to be like, no thanks.
I think so, not today.
Yeah. So really, prevention is all about you being solid energetically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you know what your boundaries are. Okay. So we have some questions coming through. Should we answer a couple of them?
So I think that sounds like fun.
Okay. Oh, and Sherry, thank you for mentioning the purple crystal. Every time I say your name, Siri pops up. And I have to send you that message about crystals. I just bought a giant, beautiful purple crystal stuff, and I'm really excited about it. Okay.
You showed me yesterday. It's so pretty.
Oh, did I? See how I remember nothing? Okay. So Alexa, why do we keep picking her messages? Okay, so what do you do for radiant, hydrated skin? This is all you stuff, because
radiant, hydrate. Okay, so girlfriend, it's all about exactly what you just said, hydration. And so strongly for you. And this is fun because this is actually what we're focused on right now in my mastermind. It's food module in the mastermind. So we're all into food and detox and cleansing and hydrating. And so just when you said hydrated skin, I immediately saw fruit.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know this, but fruit hydrates interstitially. So you cannot hydrate your cells interstitially. You can't hydrate interstitially with water. Fruit. Structured water from the earth. Yeah. That's what our skin wants and craves. And so fruit it up, girlfriend.
Fruit it up. The first thing that came through for me, Alexa, for you was using the essential oil myrrh. So I'm not sure if you have ever used myrrh, but they're encouraging you to obviously follow the dilution standards for whatever myrrh you pick up. But definitely explore that just in terms of a more topical approach.
Here. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I don't know off the top of my head if myrrh is something that can be taken internally, because there's a lot of essential oils that you can, but that's something that you can certainly look into. But they're definitely highlighting myrrh for you big time. Okay, so let's see.
We got the outside in and the inside out.
Yep. Okay, so Alexis. We're going for the Alexis. What can I do to unlock my true calling? Am I on the right path? So am I on the right path is a yes or no question. So we can shift that for you. That's one of the things that Steph was saying earlier, that this is a space where we try to keep our messages open-ended, or open questions, I think is what it's called, right? I don't even know. And so what can I do to unlock my true calling? Are you getting anything yet, Steph?
I see the medicinal realm, roots, foods. Tell us, are you already involved in energy work? Because that's definitely.
It's funny because the first thing they showed me was her riding a bike. They showed me her riding a bike. I think they're taking me more to like the personal development category, because they're saying, well, they said like exercise, but they're saying like exercising outside, moving, feeling the freedom, feeling like getting the sensation of that exhilaration is the word they're bringing up for me, of being on a bike and just like kind of allowing the wind to blow through your hair and just saying, oh, like that feeling is what they're showing me, like you being on a bike and just really accessing that, that exhilaration. So really tapping into what exhilarates you, what makes you feel that way. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go ride a bike, right? But
do you run? Run more.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and what they're really encouraging is access that point of exhilaration in whatever way you need to. It could be having sex, right? But really accessing that exhilaration and sitting in it as much as you can, because just that word unlock is what they're focusing on with me, you know, and they really want you to unlock that I guess opening up the range of your energy and your feelings of what you're allowing yourself to experience right now. That's what they're telling me on a personal level. Let's see if she brought any answers through about energy work. I am just learning to tap into all of this, she says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let us know if you have something more specific around that you need, Alexis, okay? And we can ask a more specific open-ended question. Denise says, are there any foods I need to avoid? Oranges. That's the first thing that came up for me.
I saw garlic. That's sad. I like garlic. Garlic. I saw garlic cloves.
Yeah, I'm seeing oranges. How did you both get involved with getting messages from the Akashic Records? So for me, it was, I was sick as a dog and desperate to feel better. And I only got so far with the medical world. So I just started looking at alternative ways of healing. And that's when I just started practicing a lot of different modalities. And I found Emily through a friend of mine, Emily Harrison at the Akashic Academy. And, you know, got a couple of readings done. And then I worked with Kara Melendi. She has a sisterhood that very similar to my Priority Akashic membership now, where you can practice on a weekly basis and really get accustomed to how to use that space. And I got used to that, and I needed the accountability to be able to enter it and learn how to ask about certain things that were coming up in my life. And then once I got to that point, I trained and certified with Emily. What about you, Steph?
Mine unfolded sort of similarly. I've been on a healing journey for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I found the Akashic Records at about the same time as I found nutrigenomics.
Mm-hmm.
And I got pulled into both of them. And so it was just like an explosion for me.
Mm-hmm.
In the space of cellular therapy and the Akash, bringing that all into the fold with the physical body. And that it's cellular health has been my passion for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So it just all made so much sense. And when I dove in, when I discovered the records, they found me. I didn't find them. I actually grew up in the same town. I don't know if you know this, but Emily and I are from the same small town. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, found each other haphazardly reconnected through someone else, you know, on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so you're doing what? And it just all kind of unfolded for there. I stepped into a reset. And before I had even finished the reset, I knew that I was going to be certified, and that was just, I had found, my path had found me. That was it.
Well, and that's exactly it. It's funny because when I entered this, I was fairly skeptical, you know, not just the Akashic Records, but energy healing in general. And it's just amazing how much it called to me, it found me, it pulled me in this direction, because I'll tell you, my friends, I would not have chosen this consciously. And I kept being like, no, I'm a therapist. I'm a therapist. No, I'm a therapist, you know.
Just right here.
I have my box. I'm happy in my box, you know? And then it's just, it truly is like, it pulls you. Like there was just no absolutely undeniable. That's what's beautiful. It wasn't a decision.
Yeah, no, it's a call.
Yeah, it's just a call. So.
It definitely
all right.
is.
Dawn says, what is the next step I need to do to open my gifts more? Music, sound healing. How much do you use sound healing, Dawn? They're saying that there's a very deep vibrational quality to sound healing that's really needed for you. That it's going to access, like they're showing me, it's going to access a greater depth than you have worked with so far. So let me know your thoughts on that, or where you are with sound healing. Any other thoughts from you, Steph?
Yeah, it's just funny. I saw a singing bowl.
Did you really? Okay. Okay, there you go. There's your answer. All right. So let us know if you have questions.
Hold on.
What'd you say?
I said, get you a singing bowl.
Get your singing bowl on. Okay.
Do it.
Ashley, why do I keep questioning my intuition, even though I know without a doubt it is very clear, specific messages to me? I get the message, feel it resonate with me, and then talk myself out of what I just picked up within a matter of hours.
Girlfriend.
Oh, this is the good stuff, Ashley.
Let's make a song out of it. You're so scared of yourself, Ashley. You're scared of what people love. I'm getting like this really distinct, deep-seated fear of, it's resonating with me right now because of the little conversation that, wait, which side are you on? This one right here. This one. There we go. There we go. We did it. I couldn't make it work for anything. Man, my brain figured out for a second. This one right here. We had a conversation just before we came on today, and I've been having this whole aha moment. So it is no surprise to see somebody in the field today with the same thing going on. And that literally just struck me like a bolt of lightning, Ashley, when I read your question, because it's the same thing I got going on. You are scared of yourself, girlfriend.
Yeah, and what just came through for me too was, it's almost like you envision yourself as this like baby girl in the intuition world. Like you vision yourself as like I don't know what I'm doing, but you
know how to do it right. Yeah.
But yeah, like enough of that crap. Like that's not in alignment with who you are. Like that you have so much power within you, and that you are consciously like shutting this out because it's almost like, no, like I need some help. I want somebody to guide me. I want somebody to help me. And that's good that that's coming through. We're not making fun of you, just so you know. And neither are the records. They're being very clear about this is a cue for you. You may need a mentor. You may need to enter a group container. You may need to have someone guide you. And I know that's how at the beginning, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to bite the bullet and just pay for this freaking sisterhood and just do it, because I needed guidance, and I needed somebody to hold my hand because I felt like a baby girl and I was scared, and I needed validation and reassurance like over and over and over again at first. So, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, it was coming up. I didn't mean to interrupt you. It was coming up really big, that unpredictability, the unpredictable nature of change, and that being really like what's partially feeding the fear for Ashley.
An attachment to outcome. Like, that's what's coming through for me too. Like, you're very attached to like what this is going to look like. Like, oh, but it's supposed to look like this, or it's supposed to feel like this, or I'm not supposed to feel this way, or that doesn't seem right. You know, you're analyzing it, you're judging it.
Well, we were talking about your box. Yeah. It's like when you start to step into these things and you realize your full potential, it means some things are going to change in your life.
Yeah.
That the structure of your life, maybe your career, maybe your home, whatever it is, it's going to shift so many different things into a new, beautiful normal that you shouldn't be afraid of. But sometimes when we don't know what to expect and we don't know what it really means to step into our power, we do get sort of fearful about those things.
And I would say, my conscious advice to you too is that take it a step at a time if you need to. I mean, I'm a big fan of leaping, not for myself, but for other people. Just because I know that when we make big leaps, we get the greatest gains, because the universe, like, we are fully putting our trust in the universe and just being like, all right, I trust you, jump, But some people can't operate that way, or they choose not to, and that's okay. And I respect that too. So even if you say like, all right, I'm going to allow my intuition to guide me in a certain area of my life, or on a small scale or something like that, and just test it out. Even if it's, one of the things that I started with too was the foods that I ate. Being able to listen to your intuition about like, okay, like asking like, is this something that is in tune, that's going to nourish my body right now, that's going to keep me in alignment, that's going to serve my greatest good, You can even start on a small scale like that, but taking action and starting to practice listening to it, because that's the only way you're going to start to trust, is if you really start to use it,
I love it.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Sherry. How can I set up a daily schedule with eating right, cleansing my space, and practicing going into my records?
Say that again. I was checked out reading some other comments. Sorry.
How can I set up a daily schedule? I put it on the screen too, just in case you need to read it. How can I set up a daily schedule with eating right, cleansing my space, and practicing going into my records? What's coming through for me is open them the first thing when you wake up. That's what's coming through for me. Like, open them immediately, because if you open them immediately when you wake up, the records will tell you, they will guide you. They will guide you intuitively. I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful way to put yourself in an open, receptive space to be able to say, all right, I'm going to allow you to dictate what I do next, because that's me really surrendering to what's in my best interest. And if they say, go take a bath, go take a bath. If they say, go eat an orange, go eat an orange, unless you're Denise, because Denise isn't supposed to eat oranges. And we told her that earlier, oranges and garlic.
Denise.
Right, or garlic, right. So, but that would be my thing, is open first, because they're going to tell you if you need to cleanse, if you need to bathe, if you need to eat, you know, whatever it is. What are your thoughts on that stuff?
Yeah, eating is what was coming through really strongly. I mean, it's all along the same lines. Being able to use that space to access all of those different aspects of your life and know what you need when you need it, because you're being led. That's let your higher self lead you. Why not?
All right, so we'll do like 1 or 2 more questions here, okay? What can I do more for my children energetically to incorporate my healing into theirs? We already Reiki massage, but I guess more or less the mindfulness. So I guess what you're asking is, what can I do more for my children energetically to incorporate my healing into theirs? Well, first of all, you don't need to do anything, because when you make energetic shifts, they're automatically made in them. And, you know, but let me see what else they're bringing through. What'd you say?
I said, that's Michaela girl.
Oh.
I'm really getting like the minutia of kid life, the transitions from one activity to the other, the smoother end and new beginning, the smoother, I don't know how can I say that right? You kind of get what I'm getting at, like the structure throughout the day, the little flow from one activity to the other throughout the day, to really, for them, it's coming in pretty strongly, like laying it out ahead of them so that they kind of know what to expect throughout the day. And especially right now, if things, I'm assuming, are probably a little different, to sort of embrace them with a new normalcy schedule that they can predict and understand what's coming in the next phase of the day.
What's coming through for me is they're showing me you like in a circle with your kids. So doing something collective, because having the collective energy together is going to magnify the impact of any energetic work that's done. The first thing they brought through was a book and cards. So sitting there in this circle together, where you guys have like a ritual, that you draw a card together that's like a collective card for the 3 of you, or you have a book that you guys are reading together collectively, so that you guys can discuss the chapters, or you guys can, you know, kind of feed off one another and really share in that energetic exchange with one another in a circle. They're really saying there's a lot of power held within all of you. I don't know how many children you have, but they're showing me that you're sitting in a circle with them, and that this needs to be like a daily ritual for you guys to sit down and like pull a card together or read a book, and allow yourselves to appreciate and feed off of each other's energy in this space. So that's what they're showing me, like kind of go toward them, you know, join with them. I am so behind on comments. Okay, so I'm going to post Sheila's here. Can you be guided to identify your blocks and what to do to move forward? 100%. Yes, you can. That's one of the beautiful things about the records, is that you can ask them and identify what your blocks are, obstacles to receiving messages, obstacles to moving forward or doing things in your life, and you can clear those blocks in the Akashic Records. Absolutely.
Did you see Kayla's comment?
I didn't. What did she say?
That's the only time that I feel like we're all on the same level and peaceful is when we sit around and read or play play cards.
Interesting. That's amazing. Woohoo! So there you go. Get some like decks. I mean, even if they're like kid angel decks, or it don't even have to be kid decks, I still find that they will take what they need to, from the decks, even if they don't fully understand, but energetically they will understand. Is there a comment that you're particularly drawn to that you want me to put up? Another question?
I'm looking.
Because I was going to put up Shamika's. It's way back there, though.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm so behind, too.
Yeah, here we go. I'll throw up Shamika's. Okay. Fear of sickness and death keeps coming up for me. And I know those things are coming up for a lot of people right now. But I'm wondering if there's a specific reason these things keep coming up for me. They're showing me an appreciation of life, like your own vitality, highlighting the intensity of the need for gratitude and appreciation of the vitality that we do hold within us. And it's really for you a sense of safety and security. And I'm not sure where you're finding safety and security right now, but they're really encouraging you to, I don't know if you're going outside a lot, but they're really encouraging you to connect to that Mother Earth energy, not just because of safety and security, but because they want you to really pull strength from Mother Earth, and have a true appreciation and recognition of the level of medicinal healing that comes from the root system of Mother Earth. Right? And they feel that you've been a little disconnected from that. And like, they're taking me to like root vegetables and things like that for you, really being able to palpably feel and integrate and interact with the product of Mother Earth, to remind you of how much power, magic, and healing comes from that space, so that no matter what kind of appears in our world, whether it's a virus, whether it's something else, that we have this abundance to tap into at all times. So let me know your thoughts on that. And Steph, do you have anything else coming through?
Yeah, the first thing that I really was picking up on, it's almost like she said it though. It was that web of fear right now that has just been sort of cast out. The collective is experiencing such an injection of fear right now. And it's easy for even the smallest blips that we have to just be magnified by that. And especially if we're not protecting our energy. And so that came up really strongly.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm trying to catch up on comments. Go ahead.
Dive in and protect your energy and make that more of a constant, Shamika.
And what do you mean by protect your energy, since we just talked about the fact that we shouldn't protect energy?
It's more like balancing your energy, really.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really, really cleansing and clearing and balancing yourself. And
well, and we talk about that safety and security, and I totally interrupted you. I'm sorry. Do you need to finish?
No.
It is about balancing your energy, because we want to find that foundation within ourselves, like that safety and security. I mean, there's been many times in my life I've had a lot of safe and secure foundations, but nothing has been as solid and unwavering as finding it within myself, I'll tell you. So the more that you have that, the less you're going to waver. Okay. So I think we're going to stop on questions, guys, but I just want to see if you guys have any other comments here to attend to. All right, Rebecca, you can also watch from the beginning too, Rebecca. I don't know if you've been here since the beginning. We explained what the Akashic Records were, how could use them, stuff like that.
Lori is asking, is she too late for a question? I was going to share a fun little thing. I don't think you mentioned it, but the fun fact that it's not just humans that have Akashic Records.
Oh yeah, so cool. Crystals, animals,
places.
Locations. I opened for my office. I opened it for my house.
I love
So
that.
fun. All right, let's see here. All right, and some of these we will go back, guys, and check them out as well, so that we give you lots of love. But yeah, so let's talk about what we are doing together next. So we have this really, 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 really special opportunity for you guys to join us on Zoom for free. For free. Come on in. You can come play with us, friends.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing this free Zoom masterclass because we did this because we wanted you guys to like understand who we are so that you don't feel like, why am I going to enter a Zoom room with some chick that I don't know? And she
out with them again.
Right. Like they could be creepy. So it's called How to, what is it called?
Course of your chaos.
Thank you. How to correct the course of your chaos. That's what we were gonna do today, but we were really guided to just like get, just say hi, let you guys get to know us, because I don't know that people are gonna be like, hey, let's join a Zoom room if you weren't really familiar with who we are and what we do and how we operate and how we work. So we really want to offer you guys the opportunity, and we're going to be posting a lot about this, so you're welcome to read a lot more details if you are more of a visual person. But we're going to be inviting you into that space, and it's going to be just much more intimate because we're going to be together, in a Zoom room face to face. And if you don't want to turn on your camera, you don't have to. But we would love to have you there with us because, oh, thanks, Dawn. That's so nice of you. She said we make a great team. Isn't that special?
I love that.
That's so friendly. So, so we know there's a lot of chaos out there right now, and we want to help you guys realize that you do not have to sit in it. In fact, you don't have to experience it. You don't have to be rocked by it. You can stand solidly and actually better than ever before if you are able to manage this chaos that's coming up in your field. What other thoughts do you have or things you want to share on that stuff?
My thought. This is the story that's coming up. Like,
okay.
Oh, tell the story, right? So I can remember when I was not even 20, I was about to go overseas. I was spending my last summer in the States working to save money, jumped into a position managing an entire wait staff. I had never done this before, ever in my life. Why they hired me, I don't know. They must have been desperate. But I can remember the manager telling me, we're starting you on a Friday night. If you can handle Friday night, you can handle any of it. And I thought, oh, I can see the beauty in this. So let me just tell you, this energy that is coming through right now, I'm giving myself chills.
Yeah.
The chaos that is so available for all of us, if we really want to go there, can be managed, can be avoided, can be used.
Yes.
Used in powerful ways.
And transformed.
Yes. This energy, this time in human history on the planet, we are undergoing the biggest shift in human consciousness that this planet has ever seen. Yeah. So what better time is there? This is your Friday night, y'all. If you do this, you can do anything. Seriously, to step in and to just say, oh, okay, all right, I get it. This is big. And it can also be really exciting. It doesn't have to be scary. So to be able to step into a space where you can have an experience, where you can become a little bit more familiar with your own intuition, where you can be given the resources and tools to understand how to navigate the chaos and what it really means to do that. Yes. And to do it on a Friday night, game over.
Done. Yeah. And I want you guys to post below if you want to get hooked up with the Zoom link for that. Let us know, because we'd love to have you join us, especially those of you who are with us today or on the replay, to, get a little dose of this. I mean, the energy that was felt when Steph and I opened our records before we went live was absolutely out of control. And I mean, this is what I've been telling my ladies in my Activate course right now, that the timing of this is so aligned with where the energy is right now for really deep work to be done right now, really much deeper work. So we want to be able to offer you some cleansing in that space, some tools and some guidance to how to correct and manage some of this chaos so that you don't feel so wonky, so sucked in by all of it. So feeling like I am not in control, you know? Yes, you are. And you have all of the power to do this. And you will feel amazing. You can feel amazing. So step one in stepping towards that is just showing up on May 7th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in our Zoom room. We can't snuggle because there's still social distancing, but we do have a lot of snuggly energy to share with you. We're going to do it, right, Steph?
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so stinking excited. And I'm so glad that we decided to do this and get on here today and just hang out together.
Yeah.
Really. And get to know people, let people get to know us.
Yeah. So feel free, guys, to, and you're doing it already, just saying yes, 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 yay. Yay! And honestly, you guys by showing up are giving us a huge gift because, you know, we go live all the time, but we don't get to, and we get to interact with our private clients face to face. But being able to get to know our community and be face to face with all of you, and really, like we were just talking about with, I don't remember who it was. I think it was it Kayla, who I was saying, like sitting with her kids in the circle and sharing in that collective energy. There's so much power in that. And you guys are gifting that to us too, that when we do this work, we also benefit. You know, we're also in the space of the Akashic Records. We are also healing. We are also, you know, benefiting from this, all of the energy that we're bringing in together. So thank you for offering us the opportunity to expand and to share in this space together so that we can all benefit, you know?
High five. Can I give you, wait, wrong side. Can I give you a high five?
All right. Yes. I can't wait to play with you guys. Can't wait to meet you. And yeah, that's really it. Thanks for joining us today, my friends. I'm really pumped. Pencil in May 7th. No, pen it in. Put it in ink. May 7th, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then look for the posts. And if you guys want us to let you know, you've put your yeses here. So we can tag you. Okay.
Bring your friends.
And invite anybody who you feel like is kind of a shit show.
If you feel to speak woo-woo, like crystals, just all the reasons. What are all
like woo-woo people who semi feel like a shit show. Those are the perfect people to come. Right? Yeah,
I feel like that's all of us.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of every human right now, right?
Right.
Although not everybody's woo-woo. But anyway. All right, guys. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I love you, Steph. Thank you for doing this with me.
I love you too.
All right. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. Stay tuned.